Alright, so we're going to talk a little bit about my terrarium that I'm creating right here. It's a little nano one. It kind of looks a little bit on the ghetto side. That's just because I just want to see exactly where I want to place the little tubs of dirt, which are like islands. And yeah, let's take a closer, detailed look at it. So if you guys didn't know, I used to keep a lot of different reptiles, from turtles, different type of native Florida species of lizards, and one of my favorite terrarium plants that I absolutely love to keep is this one right here, which is your standard house plant. It is called Ingrid Ivy, or Ingrid Liz Ivy. I've also seen it called Creeping Mary, and it is live. In my experience of keeping it, when the leaves do touch the water, they tend to die off. As you can see, this leaf right here, it'll focus, it's a little wilted. So I'm curious to see how it does in a terrarium with the amount of water that's going to be in here. Also, the leaves don't do well when they touch the dirt too much. So I'm going to have to manipulate the growth of this plant and find ways to keep most of the leaves off the dirt. But we'll see how it does in here. Another very, very hardy house plant that I like to keep in terrariums is called red Ann. It is very common here in Florida. You'll see it outside, you'll see it in pots. I actually used to keep one in my bathroom in my old house before I had baby number 2 and he started running around and tipping things over. It doesn't require much light. It loves a lot of humidity. It loves moist soil. And it has very thick leaves. Very, very hardy plant. And then the next one will be Hedera helix, which is this softer leaf plant right here. It has a pinkish tint to the leaves. It's a high light plant, so I'll have to change my lighting a little bit. I think I'm going to add 2 different lightings. I'm going to add a T8, this is a T5 bulb right here. I'm going to add a T8, and I'm going to add an indoor lighting for these plants right here, which is basically red and I believe yellow bulbs. And you can get those at Walmart for like $12. I'm probably going to order mine off of Amazon because I want 2 bulbs. I want one in the back here and then another kind of shooting towards this way so that I can encourage some more growth this way rather than having all of my plants just sit the way they are, if that makes sense. So those are the 2 plants that I have as far as the terrarium goes. Now down here on the aquatic side, I'm having some basic thoughts. I'm thinking about doing more Anubias, but this type of Anubias has the long leaves, the long skinny ones. I believe this is called the Forenza. I can't pronounce that name, but yeah, pretty sure somebody can drop that down in the comments, or I can find it later and shoot it down there, and that'll be the name of it. But I do like this way the leaves look. I can't reach it right now. I wish I could grab it, but what I was thinking about doing was putting mesh around the actual island and tying some of those Anubias on there. What I'm going to do is have the rhizome in the water and have the leaves shoot up. The leaves should be fine outside of water. Anubias is usually grown immersed anyway, so having the leaves hang down will give it that really nice bog look. And I'm going to, of course, cover the entire top of the terrarium with duckweed. So this is where the water level is, where this tape is. That's why it's there. That's the general idea of where the water would be. And the reason why I'm floating the terrarium rather than having it sit down into the gravel and having it water level that way is so that I can have fish swim underneath it, giving me more water volume. This back here, the plastic container that's holding up this little island right there, it's temporary. I think what I'm going to do with that is either get PVC pipe or even maybe some cholla wood to hold that up. I want to give it as much of a natural feel as possible. But as far as what type of fish are going down here, I know for sure my albino bristlenose would probably enjoy this tank. I don't have a lot of options as far as nano fish. I'm even thinking about putting the CPTs down here, or even some neon tetras. So I'll play with that idea for a little bit, see what I come up with. I'm not keeping the original gravel. It will be a layer of the original gravel with something else, because I want to try to change it up, give it more of a natural feel with wood and of course plant roots coming down. It's gonna look really nice. I know right now it kind of looks a little ugh, but it's gonna take me a couple weeks to get through this. So guys, I want to thank you again for getting me to 200 subscribers. I want to thank all of you that worked so hard day and night to help me reach my goal, and welcome new subscribers. The quality of my channel isn't all that great. That's because I can shoot in 1080, but to upload in 1080 it takes so long, and I only have one day out of the week that I actually do any editing, because that's the only time I have time for. So unfortunately for now, until I figure out a way to speed up that process, I'll have to keep shooting in like 720 or whatever it is that I am rendering in. But I hope you guys are enjoying my channel. Usually, well, in the very beginning of me making YouTube videos, I was actually breeding bettas. I was only keeping bettas, but now I'm moving on to more nano fish. I'm looking into getting some native nano fish. That would be something cool. And yeah, I'm completely retired from attempting to breed any bettas at the moment. So if you came here for bettas, I have them. I have like 14 right now, I think. Maybe more. I don't know. I never count because I don't want to feel like I have a problem. So yeah, I got other fish too. So thanks again for watching. Go ahead and drop me some comments down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, and if you haven't, subscribe.